sum that up, it's a strange game. It was didn't really enjoy it that much, if I'm being honest. I feel quite drained now. But every credit to the opposition. I thought, you know, they wanted to spoil it. They battled, you know, they recovered well into a good defensive shape. They've got good players. You know, Taylor up front is one of the best around. I thought the two centre-halves battled well. I thought across the board they give it their all. They've got the dark arts to a T, and they looked a threat. We knew that going into the game, that they're a decent outfit, they're a good side. So I thought we started the game on the front foot. We obviously had a lot of possession. It was difficult to break them down. We got into some good areas. We had 1 or 2 half chances. The best chance obviously from a wide free kick, I think it was, or a corner where the lads got up, headed it, and Nero saved it. So I think they had another one as well just after that. So on the balance, you know, they arguably had well, no, I think we both had some decent chances. We had a couple from set plays. I thought we looked quite a threat from set plays. We had more possession, obviously, but it was a difficult game. It was a very, very difficult game. Second half, you know, they started better. First 10-15, they asked a few questions of us. Where Nero's made a great save first half. Nathan Pond, the clearance off the line was excellent. You know, to keep the scores level. And we just try to keep that tempo up. You know, if the ball goes out of play, get it in. If there's a free kick, get our hand on it and play, and try and, you know, overwork the opposition. But as I say, credit to them because they stuck in there. You know, both sets of players give it their absolute all. But luckily, we come up trumps late in the game. You know, that was one thing on the report that we did, is that Spennymoor have conceded quite a lot of late goals. And we mentioned that at half time, but we've got to keep going, we've got to keep the foot on the gas, we've got to keep asking questions. They certainly ask questions of us. So in a game that we ended up being tight, we've got the win through a moment again of another moment of brilliance by Nick Horton, superb goal by him. So really pleased, and as I say, we made a couple of subs that needed to come on and do the business for us. I thought Regan Ogle, superb header, last kick of the game in the box to get up with the back stick and head it away when there was a lot of bigger players around him, and good save by Nilo right at the end, or there's a little bit of luck because it went straight down his throat. So a little bit of everything. Two competitive sides, both ask questions of each other. We've had the large periods of possession, but thankfully we get the 3 points, so really, really pleased. Another clean sheet. I think that's 4 and 6 now in the league, so we're doing okay.
We'll get on to Nick Horton's goal in a second, but how pleasing is it that you got Pondy back in the fold tonight? You know, the performance that he put in, clean sheet, must be delighted with that. Yeah,
he's our captain, he's a big player. You know, he organises, he leads by example. You know, he's going to manage himself. Obviously, he's been out for a few weeks, and the break, you know, the break that we had through the lockdown, and then coming to a new club and then missing a little bit, come off early against Warrington with a head injury, 8 minutes, and then couldn't play the next game, and he's been a little bit disruptive, and then obviously he's had a groin injury recently for 2 weeks. So we're pleased to have him back. Jack Sanders has come in and done well. Pondy's our captain. You know, he gave us that little bit of know-how tonight against one of the best strikers in the league in Taylor. He thought a good player. But yeah, you know, when called upon, he did everything he needed to do, and certainly with the goal line clearance, that's just experience and sense and danger and getting around your keeper to make sure that if he does get beat, you're there to clear off the line. So really pleased for Pondy to come back in. Again, another clean sheet, played a big part in that, so really pleased for him.
Nick obviously steals the headlines again tonight with a brilliant late goal. When it's late in those games and it's tight, do you look at him and think, you know, Nick, what are you going to do? Are you expecting him to go and do something for you?
We can't keep relying on him, yeah. But he is doing the business for us in the tight games. We've had it down, and we've had it against Gateshead, and he's done it again tonight. You know, we're capable. I think I looked at their side tonight. I think they've got 2 players who've scored this season in the starting 11. You know, we've got Burke, Phillips-Girk, Tollett, Shaw, Horton, Hume. So we are getting goals from all over. But in the tight games, Nick Horton's been the difference because he's come up with moments of brilliance. But we can't keep relying on him getting us out of it. But again, we are going to have difficult games this year. We are going to have teams who come and raise the game. as I say, every credit to Spennymoor. I thought they were, you know, a good physical outfit, worked hard and asked loads of questions of us. But thankfully we got a match winner on our side, and Nick Horton. It was the difference between the sides. It was a fabulous goal by him, you know, to pick it up on the right side and drift. And it was one of them moments in time where it just sort of stood still. It went quiet, and he took another touch, and you think, come on, get your shot off. And when the time was right to get his shot off from the other side of the box, from when running from one side to the other, you know, he probably had about 12, 15 touches there where he was running, and to get the shot off and put it in the bottom corner was brilliant. And there's no better time to score than late on in the game. So really pleased for Nick. You know, he's got another goal on his tally. You know, but as I say, there was other areas, like, you know, Nathan Shaw had a couple of opportunities. Ben Toller tested the keeper. Ball went into Kurt Willoughby, tried to spin and get a shot. He maybe could have set it back to their junior to have a shot from 7 yards, or an opportunity from a set play, but we couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. But thankfully, Nick Horton did it for us in the end and wrapped us up to 3 points, so I'm really pleased.
Just a quick one on Jordan, obviously been in terrific form, limped off in the first half. Do we know what's the severity of that one? Yeah,
he's got a bit of a tight groin, not sure until we see. Sort of got stood on his foot at the same time he felt his groin, so whether it's one or the other, he's obviously come off. So we'll see how he is. Like we will do, we'll monitor it. You know, Jack Sampson's on a suspension. He's got 1 game left of that. We've got Kurt Willoughby in there as well. And as I said before, you know, we've had Ben Toller, we've had Nathan Shaw who scored recently. We've got Nick Horton obviously, so we're not short on options. But Jordan has been in good form and he's a key player for us, so we've just got to make sure that we do right by him, and hopefully it's more precautionary than a full-hit injury, if you like. So we'll see how he is tomorrow.
Cheers, Jim.